Defend yourself against DDoS attacks by hiding your true IP address with ExpressVPN, and visit my custom link expressvpn.com/ghilliemaster in the description to find out how you can get an extra 3 months free. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another GTA Online video here on the channel. Today we're going to be discussing a possible new fast travel feature that I think could really change up the game if implemented correctly, along with some other changes at the same time. So this all stems from the DLC leak that I made a video on around a week ago. Link to that video will be in the description if you haven't seen it yet and you want to see it. But to give you a brief overview, in the blip names there is one for Downtown Cab. And shortly after that occurred, a survey was being given out to some players, including myself, asking mainly about GTA Plus and what sorts of features could improve the service. And as a part of that survey, it asked how you would feel about certain perk packages, and one of those perks was free fast travel services, where if you didn't have GTA Plus, you'd have to pay in-game money to fast travel, and it would be free for GTA Plus members. And this led people to tie 2 and 2 together with the leak of the Downtown Cab blip and the survey asking about fast travel to speculate that we could be getting a new fast travel service in the next update that has something to do with the cab. And more recently, this was confirmed by Tez, who said that the fast travel feature is indeed a taxi service, so we're likely getting a brand new taxi fast travel system in the December update. Now let's talk about that for a moment. Currently, you can call a taxi in GTA Online, but once you get in that taxi and select the destination, you have to wait for the AI to drive you all the way there, which takes forever, and you can also get killed during this process if you're not in passive mode, so no one ever uses it. This is much different from the way the taxi works in single player, where you can choose to pay extra to skip the trip and just be instantly teleported to basically whatever location you want on the dot. With a couple of exceptions, if you choose the airport or the mountains, for example, the game will just put you on the nearest road that the GPS tracks, so you can't just teleport to the top of Mount Chiliad or inside the airport, it'll just put you on the outskirts of those locations. This isn't an out of the ordinary thing for Rockstar to be doing. In fact, they've been slowly adding in fast travel features in GTA Online in their bigger updates. Let's go ahead and look at the history of fast travel in GTA Online. The original form of fast travel came with the Heist update, and that is the Heist Warp. If you accept a Heist invite on your phone, you will teleport to your apartment from wherever you are on the map. And in 2017, they added the same system with the facility in the Doomsday Heist, so there's 2 instantaneous ways to fast travel to your facility and apartment. And I do believe these features could use some changes because they're highly exploited to teleport away mid-combat in free mode, and I don't think it should really be like that. And I'll be bringing this up later into the video when we tie in how the new fast travel could work. In 2015, with the Executives and Other Criminals update, we had the yachts released, and although this was a rather limited form of fast travel, when you moved your yacht around, this is technically fast traveling because you're moving with it, and you can teleport from the waters of Los Santos all the way to Paleto Bay. Then in 2016, we had the Finance and Felony update, which added the luxury helicopter feature that you could request from your assistant, and in the helicopter, you had some options to where you could quick travel to, one of those being your main office. This is one that I feel a lot of people don't even know exists. It's not widely used, probably because it takes forever for the helicopter to even touch down and it can't land in areas you want it to, so a lot of times it's kind of just a pain. The casino update in 2019 added in a brand new form of fast travel. From the casino, you can select a predetermined area that you can fast travel to with the limousine service, but keep in mind this only works as a fast travel when you're in the casino itself. The limo feature outside of it works like a taxi does now with no fast travel. And a few examples of where you can teleport to with this feature are the airport, Grapeseed, Sandy Shores, but they're predetermined, like I said, no individual waypoint you can pick to travel to. In 2020's Kai Perico Heist update with the submarine, we got essentially the yacht fast travel feature, but with different spots for the submarine instead, where you can pay to move it around the map, only in locations on the outskirts of the map in the water, obviously. And most recently, in last year's December update, The Contract, the agency property brought the casino fast travel feature to this new property at the time. It's the same locations as the casino fast travel, just in another property, and you're using an SUV instead of a limo. But as far as functionality, it's the exact same. And I think that's pretty much all the fast travel features in-game that we have in GTA Online right now. I could be missing a couple, but really every year Rockstar has added in some sort of new way to fast travel, usually integrated into a new property that releases. Or really every year for the past 3 or 4 years now. Which of course brings us into this year. I think that Downtown Cab is going to have something to do with the new content, whether it's a front for a new business and the cab business is the legit part of it, or maybe once we complete a mission strand we unlock the fast travel feature for cabs. And how I think it could improve the game is that it could and should replace heist warping. I think heist warping should be completely taken out of the game entirely. If you accept a heist invite from your phone, I think it should just put you right into the job itself, and then if you back out, it should spawn you right where you accepted the invite at. Especially for Doomsday Heist, so you can't teleport directly to the orbital cannon, but that's a topic for another video. In its place, though, you would have the taxi fast travel feature. You could call a cab anywhere you want, you could choose a waypoint or any of your properties to travel to, And you can fast travel there just like it works in single player, where you pay a little extra to do so. And to keep it in check, you would have a cooldown on the fast travel feature, so it can't just be spammed nonstop. Maybe a cooldown of like 5 minutes, maybe a little longer than that even. Because you don't want people only calling cabs to fast travel everywhere. You still want people to get around in their own vehicles. And this would obviously be the best variant of fast travel, because you'd have the power to select any waypoint on the map to travel to that specific point on the dot. With the same exceptions of single player though, where you can't fast travel up mountains or in the airport itself. You'd have to abide by the GPS basically. And this would be balanced over the heist warping feature, because let's say you are in combat. Well, you won't be able to just teleport out of there instantly to safety. You would have to make sure you're out of combat to get the cab over there to spawn in, and then proceed with fast traveling. Because if you try to call a cab when you're in combat, well, you'd likely get killed. There would be a process that you'd have to go through instead of just disappearing randomly and appearing in your facility right after. No more instant TPing to the orbital cannon after you get shit on. It's just a stupid feature. Now, will they change heist warps? Probably not, but an implementation of a cab fast travel service like this would be the perfect time to change the way players utilize fast travel mechanics entirely. And so it would be the perfect update to change heist warps. This is also assuming they implement it the same way that the cab works now in single player. It could be like the other systems where you just teleport from one property to another for all we know, but considering that they are specifically asking people about it in a survey, I think it's going to be a brand new form of fast travel, and I think it's going to have a major impact on the game. But those are my thoughts on the new fast travel feature allegedly coming to GTA Online sometime soon, hopefully the December update. What do you guys think about, first, a new fast travel feature with the taxi service, and also about the removal of heist warps in favor of this new feature? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. Want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.